Hello and good evening and welcome to the World Centre of Racing, the Daytona International Speedway, for the first instalment of the return of the Craftsman Cup Series. Not the car series, but the Craftsman Cup Series. I am Sean, and we are going to be giving you some coverage of 32 laps around this 2.5 mile speedway, 80 miles in all. Now, we've already determined the starting grid. That was shown in the CCS live sign-ups, and if for those that were watching it, you can clearly see that the 94 machine of Jessica Shelton, the only female in the field, driving for Bill Elliott Racing, she has put her Ford on the pole position, basis on the fact that she got the lucky draw to be starting at that position. Next to him, Richard Johnson, the only Joe Gibbs Racing Pontiac in the field. Then on row 2 is Matt McIntyre. He's back in his number 93 machine. The first of 2 Bill Davis Pontiacs in the field. And next to him will be Danny Wells, a CCS veteran, and he is the first of 4 Roush Racing Fords in the field. We'll get the cars all going. We'll get all 20 cars moving. So the pace car pulls off. And these 20 drivers are going to go on an adventure that, they thought it would never happen again. That's to be back in the CCS. Here is the starting grid. That was how the 20 cars looked then. That was how we determined from the draw. The pace car is pulling off into the pit lane. Welcome back then, CCS. The Bud Shootout is about to get underway. The flagman waves the green flag, and it's go time. Looks like it's going to be Matt McIntyre that's going to lead the first lap of 32. Indeed it was, and it's a Pontiac 1-2-3. One guy really didn't get off the start very well, was the outside post, and Richard Johnson. He started the race in P2. He's now down in 10th position already. As looks like we've got Chris Summers then into the lead, followed by the rookie Carson Gum and his other fellow rookie teammate, the 16 of Nico Ketchum. Lots of drivers then having different looking paint schemes. You can see the 2 of Dylan Young. He's tucked up behind, I believe that is his teammate just ahead of Christian Martin in the 12. Yep, the two Penske cars are already hooked up together. The 22 of Dylan Poteet there. He's in the white and yellow Pontiac, not the original black and yellow Pontiac, just a special livery for this race. And sometimes you'll see that livery throughout the course of the season, as well as Diego Ospina in the 97. Instead of the green and yellow, it's the black and yellow. And Richard Johnson is now falling down to the tail end of the pack, where the 75 of Rye Hayden in the 75 Galaxy Motorsports Ford, driving the WCW Ford, and he goes to the middle of the track and put now Nico Ketchum into the lead. Gets close to the veteran Chris Summers, a former champion of the series. And there's the 14 car of Wes McCall. He's going to dive down low. And he's going to take the lead. And there comes Christian Martins trying to stick his nose underneath. Where's McCall? And now the cars are in onto the backstretch. There's Nathan Ormond, who started the race in dead last. There he is. He's the third car on the inside line. The blue and white, number 25. The only driver in the Hendrick Motorsports camp. Oh, scraping of the wall. Who was that? I think that might have been the 97 of Diego Ospina. Indeed, it may have been. As well as Matt McIntyre and Jessica Shelton, the pole sitter. So they have all kind of drifted away from the lead pack. Now, if anyone did watch the 2005 Bud Shootout, we did see the accidents happen on the exit at turn 4. So there's a good look at the pace car there. So Ospina, Shelton and McIntyre have sort of lost the draft just a teensy bit. Give them a few laps in, they'll be back together. Penske 1-2 now, as it's Christian Martin to the inside. And he's still getting good help from his teammate, Dylan Young. Look at all 20 cars then as they make their way through and to start yet another lap. On to lap 6 out of 32. Martin with a good advantage, but then that's going to get swallowed up. Nathan Ormond side by side with Martin's teammate Dylan Young. And there comes Dylan Pulte. Pulte started race P18. He's already up to 3rd. Closely behind him is another Pontiac driver in Daniel Voiles. And in the middle there, the blue 88, that's James Qualls. And right behind him is another rookie, Nick Gunther. Driving for Andy Petrie Racing. And here comes Ormond. Nathan Ormond now down to the inside. And he's going to take the lead. And like I says, Ormond started in last place. And by the end of lap 6, he is gone to the lead. Or has he? Is he going to lead this lap? Just about over Martin. Also mentioned too, another special livery for this Hingy is for this Bud Shoot race is Trent Dunham driving the Mission to Mars Chevrolet. Let's ride on board with him then, see what he sees. There's the 44 of Nico Cars. He's on the inside. Looks like the outside is working. And I bet Trent Dunham will probably have a really good car, but he just can't go anywhere because there's cars on the inside, cars on the outside. It's just 190 mile an hour rush hour. Ospina, they're trying to get onto the back there as Shelton and McIntyre and Ospina have caught up. So it's now a 20-car pack now for the lead as Daniel Voiles is going to put his M&M's Pontiac into first position. Gets a little wobble there. I think maybe Ry Hayden just got into the back of him just a teensy bit. Now the 41 machine there, that is Jesse Turner. In the Big Daddies at Chevrolet in the middle. Behind them is Carson Gum in the 17. Here comes Ry Hayden then. Dylan Pulte trying to get a side draft on Voiles. And then cuts up right in front of Ormond yet again. And is Hayden going to take the lead this time? Ooh, Richard Johnson nearly got into the back of him. And is Hayden going to lead? Nope. Voiles just about. The blue Ford in the middle there, that is James Qualls. His teammate Jeremy Tacos will be seeing him tomorrow in the practice session. But so far, Qualls, the only driver for the Robert Yates Racing Camp there, has got a really good run in the middle, and he's going to lead that lap. Surprisingly, good push there from Nick Gunther in the 55. And now he will go, and Qualls will go high and puts Gunther back into the middle. Pulte looking a little high going into 1, and Ormond gave him the space to go back into position. Now Ry Hayden looks like he's got a good run on the inside. But again, that middle line is really working. Where's McCall at the back of the field, the Conseco Pontiac. But now it is the 88 and the 55 side by side. Now the 75 will make it 3 wide going into 4. Just listen to these cars when they go by. Let's change a different camera angle then. Who's going to lead this lap then? It will be Gunther. And there is Jesse Turner in the middle, right behind the rookie. I'm actually quite impressed. We're 11 laps in, and there's only just one little major scare that happened at about lap 5 or 6 when Ospina and McIntyre may have hit the wall. But so far, we're all clean and we're green still. Now Richard Johnson goes below, with some help from lower cars in the 44, but looks like everyone wants to go in there. Now, something's happened further back there. Look at Dylan Young and Ospina and Wes McCall. They have fallen a little bit back. Ospina's done it again. Gunther is now fully clear. He's going to lead yet another lap. I don't know what happened to Ospina again, to be falling a little bit behind. Let's put it to the leader, Nick Gunther. Let's have a look what he sees from his rear view. It's obviously so nice to see cars side by side because obviously, you know, he doesn't need to do anything. It just seems to me that the middle and the outside are probably the preferred line. The inside, really not much an advantage here. Look at James Qualls getting a good run here onto the tri-oval. Here he comes, he dives low to the inside, there's Qualls. And there's Jesse Turner into 41. Big Daddy's liveried Chevrolet. As Wes McCall and Ospina have gone back, and Dylan Young, they've all come back into it. So yet again, it is a 20-car battle for the lead. Gunther just goes to sort of like the middle of the track. Qualls trying to get some help from the 75 of Rye Hayden. I think Rye goes to the middle of the track now. Good showing this here from a couple of the rookies here, especially from the Gunther. That's about like 3 or 4 laps he has led consecutively. On to lap 14 out of 32 then, and the field still looking pretty well behaved as they go into 3. And again, Gunther with an advantage, followed by Jesse Turner, who dives low underneath the 55. Can he make it stick? He'll need some help from the 88 of James Qualls. And also, Gunther will need help from the 75 of Rye Hayden. And looks like we've got ourselves a lead change. Now Jesse Turner now leads the race. And Jesse started 19th. Now we're starting to move about then. We're starting to get into the second half of this race. Oh, Trent Dunham gets into the rear of Carson Gum. No harm, no foul. We keep it green. Oh, look at James Qualls trying to antagonize the 75 of Rye Hayden. He knows that he's a rookie. And look at the 44 of Cars, Nico Cars. Still got the inside there, but the inside just doesn't look like it seems to be working. Gunther led that lap yet again as we're now into the second half of the race. Not really any movement, it seems, there, other than Jesse Turner breaking the streak of consecutive laps led by Gunther. Has he got it this time now? Probably not, though, because Gunther's got a great run off of 2 with some great help from James Qualls again. The 55 and the 88 are working well together. They're not teammates, but they're certainly working well together. Now Gunther shuts the door slightly on Jesse Turner's face. And here comes the pole sitter through the middle. Jessica Shelton in the 94 McDonald's Ford. Nico Cars is just stuck on the inside. He wants to get into the middle, but he just can't go anywhere. And the 93 Matt McIntyre is down there too. The 2, the 99 of Danny Wells. The 14 of Wes McCall, Diego Ospina bringing up the rear in 20th place. This is a really good showing this here from Nick Gunther for Andy Petrie Racing. Now Shelton goes down low. Chris Summers tries to look a little bit up on Shelton, but goes right into the draft, back into Jessica. Carson Gum nearly hit the wall off of 4, but still, everybody well behaved. Is this a good power lunge here from the 41? But the 41 had a great run into the tri-oval. And is he going to take the lead this time? Is Jesse Turner going to fully clear the 55 of Nick Gunther? I think he might be, you know. He might be clear. Although, again, that 55 is looking so good off the corner. Tell you what, this is some great racing here. What lap are we on to now? We're going to be on to lap 19 out of 32. Ospina just trying to stay high in that, trying to save some tyre wear or something like that. Now we're going to go 3 wide, potentially for the lead. Just about. Jesse, there's a car on the inside there, buddy. And that was Chris Summers in the 27 Viagra car. But it just looks like, it just seems to me that it's the middle of the outside that is working. The inside really isn't the place to be. It really ain't. Although this could be a run now. And now Jesse Turner is fully clear, as well as Chris Summers. Not really any movers or shakers as it seems there. But yep, we're going to have ourselves a new race leader now. Is it the 27 or is it the 41? We'll give it to the 41. So now Jesse Turner's now led 2 laps in this race now. And still the 5 cars on the inside just can't improve. The 44, the 93, the 2, the 99 and the 14 as Richard Johnson now goes down low onto the bottom groove. Trent Dunham goes high as well as Ospina. It's probably the preferred choice, as you can see. Oh, did Nick Gunther get a little loosey-goosey there out on into turn 3? Nearly got collected from the rear of Jessica Shelton. Cars looking absolutely beautiful under the lights shining on the cars, the crowd are on their feet. They are treated to some great racing here for the revival of the Craftsman Cup Series. I hope you're certainly entertained whilst watching this, as I am in the commentary booth. Now, has Summers got the lead this time? Is the inside finally working? Because Nico Cars is slowly, methodically working his way up, trying to get the inside to work, but it just seems off the corner. It just seems to be the middle or the outside that's working. Love that camera angle. Jesse Turner's going to lead yet another lap. Is he? Just about. So that's about 3 laps in a row. I think that Jesse is now led. 4 in total. And we're going to be coming down to 10 laps to go, coming to the end of this lap. Ospina's car's a little bit damaged, it would seem. I don't know if the valence is sort of a little bit out of position after scraping the wall, or what happened a few laps later on, which he and the 14 got a little bit held up. Now Jesse Turner is now fully clear. And there's Nico Ketchum in the 16. Not talked about him there. He's just been silently working his way out through the field in the middle of the track. So Nico Ketchum is now into 2nd place. Christian Martin in the Mobile 1 Ford. He's trying to work his way through the middle. Oh, look at Richard Johnson. He nearly got into the back of Wes McCall in the process. 3 cars, then single file. And then it's anyone's guess 4th on back. Here comes Poteet now in the 22. And now Ketchum wants to lead. Nico Ketchum wants to lead. Can he do it in the family click forward? Let's see, can he do it? Can we quickly turn it to him? No, again, Jesse Turner leads that lap yet again. This 41 car looks quite solid. I think Ospina's made a move on Richard Johnson to go into 19th place. So Johnson is now at the back of the field. But look at what Jesse Turner's looking at his rear view mirror. 3 cars side by side. That's a good thing to see as well. Summers on the outside, Ketchum in the middle, and Christian Martin on the inside. And look, there's Nathan Ormond in the 25 machine, the first car in the middle, working his way up back into the contention here, as we are now down to the last 10 laps of this race. Well, Richard Johnson has got by Ospina again for 19th position. Let's a look at I can see the 17 machine. Let's ride on board with the rookie Carson Gum. Let's have a look at what he sees while he's in the middle. So you got Dunham on the outside. He's just trying to pass Danny Wells, his teammate in the middle. Here comes the 75 of Ry Hayden. Now you've got more cars there going onto the inside now. I've seen Nick Gunther and Christian Martin, and now trying to make the inside to work again as Trent Dunham goes into the middle. Just some great racing here, and again still Jesse Turner still leading the field as we're coming on to lap 27. So we're going to have 6 more laps of racing to go, and I've been absolutely impressed by all of these drivers in the field. They are keeping it absolutely clean and green, as Nathan Ormond just shuts the door right in Nico Ketchum's face, and now he goes into 2nd place and he wants to lead. Look at Nathan Ormond go. Ketchum goes low to shut the door in Gunther's face this time. 6 laps to go now. That 41 is looking really beautiful out in front. The car looks really dialed in. See if you can hold it on for like another 6 more laps. It's going to be hard though, if you've got cars going to be side by side. Oh, look at Christian Martin then go from the top of the track to the bottom of the track. And Ormond doing the same move what he did a lap ago. Oh, it's getting a bit dicey now. Look at them fan out. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide there. Looks like Daniel Voiles was trying to go around the outside of Nico Ketchum. I don't think that was going to work. Still, Jesse Turner, I think he's now led about like 6 or 7 laps consecutively. 5 laps to go. Has Ormond got the pass now? He needs help from the 55 of Nick Gunther, or maybe go into the middle to get off of Christian Martin's draft. Dylan Young looks like he's going to try and go into the middle, because I think he's just realised that the inside is not really working. So yeah, Dylan Young goes into the middle, but Danny Wells stays down bottom. Now we're 3 wide for the lead. Gunther on the inside, Ormond in the middle, and Jesse Turner on the outside. It's Chevrolet 1, 2 and 3, and this time Ormond leads that lap. And look again, the 55 and the 88, they're hooked up again. Lap 29 out of 32. Don't go full right now. Please don't go full abreast. Ormond goes up to the top of the track. Gunther in the middle. And now James Qualls goes to the bottom with some good help from the 22 of Dylan Poteet. And you've got Nico Kars in the 44, and right behind him is Poteet's teammate, Matt McIntyre. Again, still believing that the inside could be the way to go, but it just looks like it ain't there. Gunther trying to block 2 cars at once off of 4. Goes into the middle. Now we're getting into crunch time, folks, here. We've got 3 laps of racing still to go. Ford in the bottom. Here comes Poteet. Poteet trying to stick his Pontiac underneath James Qualls. Not going to get there just yet. Qualls just barely keeps hold of that lead. I'm actually super impressed with these drivers. Even though they've been doing other races away from the CCS, they've come back and they look a lot more better. This is a very rare thing in the CCS to have a caution-free race. 2 more laps to go. until we determine a champion of the Bud Shootout. But who is it going to be? Now Qualls goes through the middle. Poteet's the first car on the inside. Gunther on the outside with some help from Nathan Norman. Diego Espina. Now it's go time, really. I thought Richard Johnson was going to nearly turn in on Ry Hayden in the 75 car. And now Poteet. Poteet's got a great run from the 44. And then Poteet now goes into the middle of the track to get the draft from Christian Martin. But it's James Qualls that's leading the field now. They're going to get the white flag this time by. Who is it going to be? 2.5 miles of racing still left to determine the winner of the Bud Shootout. The white flag is out. Qualls led that lap, but here comes Poteet on the inside. Oh, what can Poteet do here? He needs a great one off of free. He's just kind of like protecting the bottom and the middle of the track, and now he gets some help from the 12 of Christian Martin. Is the 44 finally going to make it? Is the 93 really pushing the 44? Into the backstretch then for the final time. Qualls has it, but has Poteet got the run? Poteet looks like he's got the run. Off of turn 4 then, they come then for the last time. Cars look like they're slowing down. Trent Dunham looks like he's a bit out of fuel, but it's going to be Dylan Poteet that's going to win the Bud Shootout. Dylan Poteet, the winner of the Budweiser Shootout. Trent Dunham actually fell way back. He fell all the way back there and he finished in last place there. I think that's because he's out of fuel. I think as well as the two of Dylan Young. I think they're both out of fuel. So the 32 laps, they've only just made it there. But congratulations, though, to Dylan Young. He is the Bud Shootout winner. What a race that was. I certainly enjoyed it. And it was actually quite refreshing to see a clean finish and a caution-free race as well. Which is absolutely brilliant to see. So other cars then heading into the pit lane. Yeah, Dylan Young and Trent Dunham looks like they are out of fuel. But congratulations then to Dylan Poteet. He is the winner of the Bud Shootout. And here is the official results. And we will see you again tomorrow for the practice session. Don't forget, give this race a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you tomorrow for the practice session. But right now, here is the official results.